Welcome to another edition of Rounding Third from Mesa, Arizona at Oakland A's Spring Training. Jeff M. here with you, joined by Fran Riordan, the Nashville Sound's new manager for 2018. And Fran, we're closing in on Oakland's opening day. We're about 2 weeks away from the Sound's opening day. I know from a health standpoint there's this feeling of let's get camp over with because we don't want anybody else to get injured. But from the optimism standpoint, this has got to be one of the great times of the year, especially for a manager as you start to get excited about who you might have in Nashville.
It's been a great spring in that aspect. I mean, you get to see the guys, not only perform, competing for major league jobs, guys that are going to be on the major league team, but the guys that are going to be with us in Nashville. And to see the way these guys have performed this spring has been a lot of fun, and to get to know them. You know the guys that you were with last year in AA who are going to progress through the system, but just getting to know the free agents and maybe the guys that you haven't spent much time with, it's been a great spring.
Starts to look around the diamond at what could be a Sounds lineup. It's got to be exciting. I mean, there's almost a prospect at every turn to a degree with what looks like a projected roster at this point.
Yeah, anything can happen until opening day at the big league level and here as well. But you look around the infield and you look around the outfield, and we're going to have a pretty exciting lineup with a lot of balance, a lot of speed, a lot of power. Like you said, prospects at almost every position. Starting with Jorge Mateo at short and Barreto at second, Noisy at third. We got some great new free agent pickups in Martini and Garcia in the outfield, and I just think we have a lot of ways that we can score runs and a lot of different things we can do to get an offense going. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
The A's have said that over the last couple of years they've tried to acquire more athleticism and guys who are a little bit more dynamic on the base paths. And you mentioned Mateo and Barreto. That's a good spot to start. As a manager, how exciting is that you may have different ways you can try to beat another club, stolen bases, first to third, tagging up, all these different ways that as a manager you want to have options?
Yeah, options, balance. I think those are very important things in any offense if you want to have consistent success, in the ability to score runs. And I think our organization as a whole has made a real concerted effort to do that. Guys like, Barreto and Mateo, and you look at our drafts the last couple of years where we're drafting very athletic players, guys that can run, guys that have power, guys that can play in the middle of the field defensively. And it's been exciting to see these guys, and especially the younger guys, come up in Major League camp and really have an impact on these games and really open up people's eyes, just coming and performing well and producing at the Major League level.
Sounds fans are excited to get to know you as well as a new manager, and everybody that we talk to just raves about you as a manager and as a person. How would you describe maybe your style or how you try to approach the job of being a minor league manager?
Well, I think it's about being able to adapt and adjust, especially with the new schedule in Nashville and the flying and the PCL in general. Being able to adapt and adjust and really have a feel for where your ball club is as far as their energy level, their expectations of what you want from them, and being able to change on the fly, and at the same time being able to communicate with them, both on a personal level and a baseball level. And sometimes the personal level is even more important because you really need to get to know these guys and what makes them tick if you want to get the most out of them and their baseball ability. So, I like to have fun with the guys. I like to get to know them, and I like to be clear with my expectations so that if something happens that's not up to a major league standard, I feel comfortable talking to them about it in a way that hopefully it resounds with them.
Well, we're looking forward to a great year. We've got upper 70-degree temperatures right now here in Arizona. Can you bring this to Nashville for April 10th?
I'm hoping so, because if we can play in this kind of weather every day, it'd be ideal.
All right, that's Fran Riordan, the Nashville Sound's manager for 2018. Thanks for joining us from Arizona on another edition of Rounding Third.